Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Zeyoh here and I'm back with another video. Now in this one, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to win solo squads in Season 9 without Siphon mode. It's a lot tougher. I'm going to be giving you guys a bunch of different tips and tricks to help you guys along the way and what you guys could do to win more solo squads. Now before we get into the video, guys, could you please leave a like and comment down below? It really helps me out, really helps the video out, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, I stream on Twitch every Monday through Friday, and I do play Zone Wars with viewers a lot, so if you guys want to do some Zone Wars, if you want to watch me play, go ahead and drop a follow over on Twitch. Now, let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's get right into the video. The first thing I want to talk about is movement. Now, solo squads movement is going to help you out a lot. Like, this is my biggest tip, guys, especially in the spawn town. Wherever you land, you need to constantly be moving, because if you stand in the same spot and you have a full four-man squad rushing you, knowing exactly where you're at, you are probably going to die. There is not much you can do unless they are complete bots that have never touched the game before. So what I mean by this, for example, let's say you kill a guy in a house, right? You are in the bottom floor, you're in the bathroom, let's just say the bathroom of the house. You kill a guy, you need to immediately get out of the bathroom and go to the roof, or go to the room over, or go to a different floor, go to a different house, because if you stay there, all of his teammates are going to simply just rush straight to the bathroom and try and kill you. So as soon as you get a kill, instantly switch rooms, switch houses, switch floors, anything like that. Just always try and see the enemy before they see you in solo squads. Like, if you get hit first, there's more than likely you're gonna die. But if you switch positions, you know exactly where the enemy is gonna be rushing, so more than likely you're gonna be able to get some free damage, maybe even another free pick on the enemy team, because you know exactly where they're headed. You're able to just spray them and they're not gonna have a clue what just happened. That's gonna lead me right into my second tip, which I kind of got into: spotting your enemy first. Okay, guys, you want to always spy your enemy first in solo squads. You want to try your best. Obviously, that's not going to happen every time, but you really want to try your best, and it's really easy to do with third partying, obviously. But when you spot your enemy first, don't just shoot at them right away. Your objective is to kill one instantly. Like, killing one is huge in solo squad. So when you see a guy, make sure you get close enough, get a good enough angle where you can spray at them for a few seconds and hopefully kill them. That's your main goal, is to kill at least one of them instant. Now, that being said, obviously after you kill one or shoot at them, they're gonna know where you're at. So what you need to do is cover your angles. What I mean by this is, let's say you're on high ground, you're shooting down at people, you need to cover your back, cover your side. You want to make sure the teammates can't shoot at you. You want to make sure you can't get third partied. You want to make sure whoever you're shooting at is the only guy that is able to shoot at you. You don't need to just build for this. You can use natural cover, you can use trees. If there's an enemy straight in front of you and an enemy to your left, you could just go around the tree on the side, put the tree on your left side, and it's going to block the guy from the left, and you can shoot straight at the guy in front of you. You know, you can use natural building cover, you can use previous build fights, or you can build walls yourself. Either way, you want to make sure you're covering angles so you're only able to get shot at by one, maybe two guys at the same time. You never want to be able to get shot at by all four guys at the same time, because you're just not going to win that fight no matter how bad their aim is. Now, we're going to talk about being in the open, okay? You want to try your best not to be in the open in solo squads. You want to be in a town, you want to be in a build fight that already happened. You want a lot of cover around you. If you're in the open and there's a full squad, it's really, really difficult to win that, no matter how good you are, especially if you get squads that just spray. There are squads out there that will literally just spray, and if that happens, you will die no matter what. There's no possible way you can win against a squad that just straight sprays at you, unless you have a rift or a launch pad or something like that. There's literally nothing you can do about it. No matter how much you build, they're just going to keep spraying, and you have to constantly hold your wall. There's no chance at you killing them at all. So make sure you're not in the open. Now, if you are in the open, what you can do is build for high ground. I can't stress this enough, guys. If you're in the open, not a lot of cover around you, get height. Always maintain that high ground. Now, like I said, if they straight up spray at you, you're dead. But some squads don't do that, so if you just stay on the high ground, get them picks, cover angles like I was saying, then you should be good to go. But make sure you're holding that high ground, because if you get low ground against a squad, they're then they're just raining fire on your head. There's nothing you can do at all. Now, my next tip is when you're launch padding, when you're using a slipstream, when you're rifting, anything like that, any sort of movement, always land on high ground, right? So if you're approaching a squad, as you can see in my video, I'm not sure what part, you'll see it. I land on top of the building of the soccer field instead of landing at the bottom of the build fight or, you know, on the ground. I land on top of the building, so that way I have the high ground. I'm able to shoot down on the enemy. So make sure you're landing on a building, landing on a hill, landing on top of something, so you have the high ground and are able to spray down on your enemy, and it's gonna be a lot harder for them to kill you right away. Besides that, guys, there's not too many tips I could tell you, but, you know, using old builds is really good. You know, if two teams had a build fight, using that for cover is really good. And if you get into trouble, you can run through the build and actually lose your enemies fairly easily, depending on how big the build is. So make sure you guys are using that. Now, when you solo squad, the main thing I do in solo squad is try to get high kill games, because I enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's really good content. Winning solo squads and getting high kill solo squads are two completely different things. So when you're playing, if your main objective is to win, in my personal opinion, it's not too difficult if you have a decent amount of skill. So just practice, get a decent amount of skill, get confident, and listen to the tips I gave you, and you should be good to go and win your squads. Now, if you guys are going for high kill solo squads, I just want to tell you this: try your best not to tilt, because when you're going for high kill solo squads, especially without Siphon, oh, if Siphon was here, it'd be a whole different story. But without Siphon, you are going to die a lot. Like, I'm talking a ridiculous amount, no matter how good you are, because basically, you know, you don't get mats, you don't get shields. I found that in squad mode, shields don't spawn for some reason. Like, it is so hard for me to get shield in squad mode. It is insane. I've killed 15 players and not had a single shield the entire game. And also, it's insanely hard to get materials as well. I've killed 15 players and have not gotten one shield and no materials from people, like 100 materials. It's insane. So just try your best not to tilt. You are going to die a lot if you're going for those high kill games, because you don't want to waste your time looting 100 houses to get shield. You don't want to waste your time farming mats, because then you're not going to be able to get those high kills. So like I said, when you're getting those high kills, just try not to tilt, because you are going into fights with pretty much no loot. And yeah, you're just gonna die a lot. And when you hot drop at towns, there's gonna be like 20 guys landing in Pleasant Park, and I mean, when 20 guys are third partying you, there's a pretty high chance you're gonna die. The last tip I could probably give you guys is try not to take damage. I know it seems like common sense, right? But I mean, you really want to try not to take any damage. Like, don't take a straight up aim battle with a guy. Even if his aim is way worse than yours, there is a good chance he will hit you at least once, or he could get a lucky headshot, and then your fight is just completely ruined. Especially if you have no shield and a guy gets a lucky headshot, you're probably just gonna die. You're not killing that whole squad. So try your best not to get hit at all. Play very cautiously when fighting. Cover those angles. Do those peek shots. When you peek, don't peek the same angle every single time. If you keep peeking the same angle, they're just gonna pre-aim right where you're peeking, and they're gonna get easy hits. You know, so peek up from the top of your ramp, then, you know, maybe edit down a floor or two, peek from mid-ground, you know, go out to the side, something like that. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully my tips helped you out a little bit. Hopefully you guys can start winning some solo squads, do better in solo squads, or, you know, if you're playing regular squad mode, hopefully it'll help you out for that as well. Especially if your teammates die and you're the last one left, you gotta clutch up. Hopefully this will help you guys clutch up. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said before, please drop a follow over on Twitch, drop a follow over on Instagram, and please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. Drop a like and a comment. It really does help me out a lot. If you want to support me even farther, you can use my code ZeyohYT in the Fortnite item shop. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in my next one. Peace.